We're reporting to you live from Kevin's kitchen. Show us what you're doing, Kevin.
Okay, today we're just going to make a really quick cheese you could eat today if you have milk in your fridge. I mean, you can eat it in just a couple hours. It's Queso Blanco, or white cheese, or what I like to call it, Mexican crumble cheese. You put it on your refried beans, anything like that. It's also good any way you want to eat it. Very few ingredients you need for this. You do not need to really sterilize anything because you're going to eat it in less than 2 weeks. It's not a fermented cheese or none of that stuff. It's milk, any kind of apple cider vinegar. Of course, we use this because we use this for all kind of stuff. And salt, because I like salt in everything.
Very good.
Okay, so basically it's real simple. You need a colander and you need some cheesecloth. Butter muslin, cheesecloth, whatever it is you like to use. I use cheesecloth. This right here. Any way to work. I think this is 50 thread count. You can go 50 to 90. 90s for your butters, things like that. But anyway, this is good enough. I just doubled it up. And this is real simple. Next thing is temperature. I talked about that in one of my other videos. And then when I do my beginning video, it'll have all this in there. Temperature is everything on whatever kind of cheese it is you're making. Blue cheese, for instance, is 90 degrees. Okay, this cheese right here, you get up to 185 to 190 degrees. You don't want to boil it, you don't want to cook it, but it needs to be very warm. So, a gallon of milk and a quarter cup of vinegar.
Okay.
I'm only using a half a cup because I don't need to make that much cheese. I don't need that much right now. So anyway, you can cut it down like I'm doing. Half a gallon of milk and then almost a quarter of a cup of vinegar. So you get it to temperature before you do anything. And then remember, up and down motions on when you're mixing and stuff. And you want to take your apple cider vinegar and just put it in really slowly. Oh, I forgot to show you too. I just want to show you real quick. Sorry, just so you know. So, temperature, like I said, is everything. This was perfect before I started the video, so it might be a little low here. But anyway, we want to get it closer to 185. That was 176, but it'll probably go up. So here we go. Just a little bits at a time, up and down motion. You can already see the curves. Look how quick it's curled. You see it on there?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, it's cheese. It's the cheese now. Go like this, all the way around. Keep going. Look how much it's curling. Just keep on and going. Drip, drip, drip.
Now, what's making it do that? A combination of the heat
and the vinegar, the citrus, what, how do you say that? Whatever acid. Yeah, that's in the apple cider vinegar. So look, we're going up and down, real loose. Look, already curling. So go up and down, real gentle. Up and down. Doesn't matter if you use more or less vinegar. Heat. If you get it up to close to 200, you get to use less vinegar. So it's whichever way you like to do it. It doesn't really matter. This one, I really think it should have been a little bit hotter. Because when we sat here and started that video, it
went down a couple degrees.
Yeah, it went down a couple degrees. And that's not good. Because I'm telling you, heat is everything. That's right. We're just doing this to show. So it's curdling. I'm just going to show y'all real quick. You don't even really have to let it sit, because now it's already done what it's going to do. So you just take it and you put it in your cheese mold. I mean, not cheese mold, your colander. And then, after you get it all in there, you kind of wrap it all up, and then you hang it from something. I always hang mine from anytime I'm doing jellies, jams, or anything. I got everything in my kitchen set up to where all I got to do is hang it from the knobs off my where I keep the cabinets where I keep my dishes. So you just hang it up there and just let it drip for a couple hours. The longer you let it drip, the less water's in it, just like in any cheese. And then the less water, the more firm it's going to be. But this is going to be a crumbly cheese anyway. And then you'll see here when I get done, I'll show you this is all milk fat. What's left in the pan is your butter fat, which is what they also call whey. And the whey is where all your butter would be. And that's kind of why if you look down in here, it's yellow. Because that's actually butter. And this is actually buttermilk. If you wanted homemade buttermilk, you use what's left down in here. And that's actually buttermilk.
Oh, okay.
So you can see, at first, when I first started, there wasn't very many curds. But I added that little bit of vinegar. And it's because I really didn't have it quite hot enough. But that's okay. It still works, as you can see.
So you said about 185?
Yeah, I guess let's take it up to 100. It's between 185 and 190. I like to go to 187. I always do, like, in the middle of something. And I did that, and then I pulled it over here and got ready to set up to do the video. And then I ain't kidding, it already had dropped 7 degrees that quick. But that's okay. You can still see, I mean, it just worked. It just didn't curdle as quick than normal. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's all, you know, and if you look at it, it looks just like cottage cheese, but it's not. And you're not going to believe what I'm fixing to say. I've made all kinds of cheeses, And I'm not kidding right here, right now. You would think that cottage cheese would be the easiest cheese to make. It is one of the hardest cheeses to make. And it's crazy how hard it is to make just simple old cottage cheese. It's almost better just to do this and leave you some whey in it, and then you'll have cottage cheese, basically.
Right.
Because it's a process to make cottage cheese.
Wow.
And so there, basically, I'll keep doing this when the video's off. Okay, so we did that. You can see, look down in here. I don't know if you can get down in there and see that yellow. Okay, that's all the butter fat. That's the part that is butter. That's what makes butter.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do a video one day how to make homemade butter. That's awesome. We did that. We're gonna go one, right? We'll flip it, cut it. And then we're going to at least do 2 shakes because I like salt in my stuff. So it's up to you whether you want to do the salt or not. If you don't do salt, it's just very plain. But Queso Blanco, that's exactly how you make it. Make it right now. If you have milk in there, doesn't matter how much you got. Make it and then put it on your refried beans or in your Mexican tacos or stuff like that. And it is yummy.
Awesome.
And that is the fastest cheese you can make.
Wow, impressive. And we did it in 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
Well, teaching. Could do it less than, I guarantee you do it in less than 5 minutes.
Yes.
Look here, I'll show you
one
more thing. Sorry, before I let you go. This is what you do. You just go like that. You wrap her up. See all that water coming out? You just want to keep that water coming out. So you just hang this. I put a little deal around there and you just hang it. But you know, my kitchen's set up and ready. But you can see all that water that came out of that little bit of stuff. Because that's all you want is the curd part of cheese to make cheese.
Right. Looks fantastic.
Yeah, and it'll be very good. We'll do a little bit of video later when it's all the stuff's out and you can see it, how it crumbles and stuff like that. Peace out from Kevin's Kitchen. Stay tuned for more videos.
All right, reporting to you live. Kevin's Kitchen. What are you going to show us?
Queso Blanco, video number 2. This is the last bit of it. See it here hanging. This is what I do. I tie it on my deal, let it drip. It's been over 2 hours. That's all we got out of it. That's good. Untie her. Take it down. Open it. Look. Nice little old chunk of cheese.
Nice.
Okay. And then I'll wash these. These are reusable. Just wash them and then boil them in hot water. They need to be boiled because now you've used it. And, you know, it could contaminate your other cheeses. So boil everything before you use it. Period. Okay, look. Bust it open.
Nice.
So now I let it get cold. I put it in the fridge. I let it get cold. And then you just bust it apart like that. And then it's Mexican cheese.
Yummy.
Yummy. Peace out.